what would you say is the most ideal spot you would like to have the Beer Mile World Classic be at?
Oh God. I mean, we've always wanted to do one in Australia. If costs weren't a thing. So we know that like just it's easier for us to like, and it's unfair to the Australians to bring the Australians to Europe than it is to bring everyone to Australia. From a cost perspective, it's just I think it'd be really difficult for us to actually pull that off with the budget that we have. But Australia would be amazing if we ever got to do one over there. That would be amazing. We have a couple bids next year for like Copenhagen and Oslo, which I think like that would be great. The Croatians, would love to do one in I don't know what it's a smaller city. It's not Zagreb, but that would be kind of cool because we haven't been to that far east in Europe. So, and I mean, I think there's so many great places in the world that if we went to any of those places, I think we'd make sure to have a good time. And I think as much as the location's important too, I think I think for John and I, it's almost like it's our family, and we like just having all the kids together and back with us, and seeing like familiar faces. So I think it's as much about the people as it is the location, but the location has to be interesting enough to make people want to come back, so.
I mean, there's got to be a lot of stuff to do. You can't have it like in a very small town where there's not much and to go around, and it's got to be.
Plus, like we want to limit the amount of steps, like we want to be close to the airport so that you're not taking a plane and a train and then like an Uber. We want to be, if we can, be close to the track, although that's not always, that's the smallest of the problems, because like $20 Uber can solve that to get to the track, so but like in Manchester we had everything within, like once you got to the hotel and the track were right next to each other. Like you could walk like across the parking lot and you were there, and so you could shower up, and and then it took a little bit of effort to get into it took a little effort to get into town, but from the meat perspective everything was close by. So so the things that we look for are just like, we don't want to make the logistics for athletes any harder than it has to be. It's just get to the hotel and be able to get out, or go to the next, if you want to go somewhere before or after, just be able to go on, get to the airport and go to the next part of your trip.
Yep. It's all about.
Are you going to go if in Cologne, are you going to go anywhere after?
What, like after the Cologne race?
Yeah.
Like any more race plans or?
No, I mean like just like Oktoberfest starts the day of the Beer Mile, and
well, right now I'm trying to work out, because the event is held during, typically, because I coach at two different schools, like one for cross country and then one for high school, which is my old high school, and they're like 10 minutes apart. But I coached at a different school for cross country, and we typically host a cross country invitational on that weekend. So I want to try to see if we can move that, and maybe in October, or I can just like say I have this race weekend. So I'm definitely going to try to make it work. So
that's hard, like, because when you're on a high school staff, you're carrying like the load of all the administrative stuff of the event and the organization, and then if you go away, it falls on someone else. So
typically I have huge help with like the co-coach and the athletic director. But
there you go.
I'll see if we can get moved, because I do want to help out with it, because kind of helped start the meet a few years ago. Before. So but when you laid out all the dates, I'm like, just don't pick the 19th. And so, I know it's got to play into like what has to work best in general for everybody. So
I will say, like, when we Shelby Houlihan's gonna run now. We just got confirmation on that. She was in Eindhoven. She had to go back for a wedding or something. So by moving it to the 18th, she's able to compete. She wouldn't have been able to do it in the Netherlands if we had done it there. So so that's a little bit of breaking news.